Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon.
Myself Madhur from Test Tech News. So, मैम आप अपना पूरा नाम बता सकती हैं और थोड़ा सा आपका इंट्रोडक्शन और आपकी जर्नी अब तक कैसे रही?
जी, मेरा नाम अदिति ब्रह्मचारी है. Right now I'm 32 years old and I am an educationist by profession. And I am into this profession from the time when I was 19 years old. I started my career as a teacher when I was 19 years old. And I would not say career तो professionally मैंने तब से start किया था, but एक inborn पढ़ाने की या बच्चों के साथ अपने thoughts share करने की मेरी जो hobby है वो बचपन से ही थी मुझ में, because I was actually surrounded by all the teachers and educationists at my home, my mother, my maternal to this particular field. So from then onwards till now, I'm 32. From 19 to 32, I'm continuously into this very profession. I have worked in schools. I have served as a teacher, as an HOD of English department in school, as well as I have my own institution, Blossoms Academy. And under my institution, we run varied courses like Montessori teachers training course, the childcare education. And so far, me and my team, we have we have trained more than 50 ladies into teachers training. And there were many ladies who were simply housewives because of their maternal issue, post maternity issues, and all. Many of the ladies had stopped working or had stopped their career. But after doing we have given a kind of hope. We have given them the wings that you cannot stop dreaming. You cannot stop flying high in the sky. The sky is just a limit. And more than 50 plus ladies are there who are now professionally doing very well, where they had lost their hopes that they can do anything. Now they are professionally doing very well.
Great, ma'am. Great. That is very noble cause that you're working for. Ma'am, as you have mentioned, you have been surrounded by teachers all the time. So, ma'am, any one person who has inspired you the most?
My mother,
Mhm.
obviously, my mother. And then I would not ever forget the first school where I started working. In Butiburi, Ira International School, Butiburi. So the principal under whom I was working, Mrs. Reena Dargan, she is the one who showed that a 19 years old girl, I only had a Montessori degree. I was studying at that time, but she had seen somewhere or the other that spark in me, and because of her confidence in me, today what I am. If people know me today by the name of Aditi, ma'am, I would say after my mother, all the credit goes to Reena Dargan.
Great, ma'am. Great. Ma'am, any advice that you would like to give to women who would like to become a teacher or start their own organization as yours?
See, advice is a thing but one should have confidence. Baki, it's just I have seen women that they have lost hope. It has also happened with me. Post my child was born, I was under postpartum depression in a way that it had hit me a lot. Somewhere or the other, I had the thing that I had lost my identity, career, and everything was lost. But then again I feel that this is the same scenario with most of the women in our Indian society, that we somewhere or the other have to sacrifice our career, our self identity, to look after the family. So a minimum, even if you are HSC passed out, also even if you are 12th passed, you are just a normal graduate, just get a simple Montessori or ECCA degree. Now the education system has changed in such a drastic way after the government has launched NEP 2020. The things has changed in such a drastic way. No, I have seen people think that we should have a B.Ed or a D.Ed degree. But yes, that degrees are important if you really want to work in a higher, like for higher classes or in college and all. If you really want to serve yourself, definitely you need those degrees. But simply, if you want to run your own your own kindergarten, also minimum you should have a Montessori teachers training. We we need to understand the psychic of a small child. I would not say that a BA teacher can handle a small 2.5 or a 3 year child in a better way, no matter what good degree I have in it. So yeah, a motherly feeling is definitely required, and at least get at least any one of these courses, and then you can do very good in your career.
As the interview comes to an end, would you like to say something or share something about yourself?
About myself,
About anything.
share as in like what?
Ma'am, any story that is very close to your heart that shows who you are.
Okay. Uh, Okay, so I go back to again my 19 years old as a young girl when I had just entered the huge premises of India International School. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
So I was surrounded by a huge panel of good educators were there, those who were sitting to for the interview. I went, my written exam happened. They asked me certain questions about teaching. I it happened. I delivered the answers and everything. After looking into my resume, they just asked me, "What is your surname?" I said, "Aditi Brahmachari." And you won't believe, my mother was an existing teacher in that school where I had appeared for the interview, but my mother was unaware of this fact. I had not informed my mother that
Okay.
I am going to apply for the interview in your school. I had not disclosed these things. And even she was not aware that on which day, like I had the day I visited the school, she was not aware. She was busy with the classes and all. So they asked me, "Do you have any relative over here with this surname Brahmachari?" I said, "Yes, my mother is a teacher in your school. She teaches for the higher class." So they were like, "Does your mother know that you have come here for the interview?" I said, "Nothing. I don't want to seek any help of my mom. If I have the capability, if you feel that I'm good enough to deliver myself, then you hire me. If not, then also I do not have any issues." Happened, everything went well. Then just my principal asked me, "What about your education?" Because at that time I was undergoing my graduation. I said, "I'll be able to manage the things. I'll try my best because right now I'm the only child of my mother. So I also had to support my mother financially because I used to see her struggling from morn to night. So I was like, if I started working somewhere or the other, I'll be able to help her out. And I was just Montessori trained. Post 12th, I had done my Montessori. So I thought, दे दे के कितना ही देंगे ना, 5-6 हजार दे देंगे. So after when I met my mother in the evening, I told her. By the time the things were disclosed, I mean the principal had already disclosed the things to my mother. So I said, "Mama, if they are paying me 5 to 6K, I will join your school. Otherwise, I won't." But to my surprise, my principal was so happy. I mean, till date, she tells me whenever like we meet each other, till date she tells me that the confidence and the attitude that you had shown, that has caught our eyes. And immediately then after 2-3 days, I received a call that I've been hired by the school. And at that time I was serving for the primary section. I was a teacher for first second standard, but I was paid very well. What I was expecting, I was paid double of that. So
Great,
so
ma'am.
yeah, it was a very nice I mean, my life changed from there on.
Great, ma'am. Great story. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. It was
Thank you
great
so much.
talking to you.
Same here.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.